Hi everyone, Jaymes Mansfield here bringing you yet another video. Oh my God, you guys, it is a special occasion. It is the 10-year anniversary of Nicki Minaj's Pink Friday. Now, as a fellow Barb, I have to make sure I celebrate this in fashionable style. Yes, it's true. So I'm gonna create a whole new series for you folks where I'm going to recreate a hairstyle by a famous entertaintress. Yes, yes, yes. And I figured why not start with Nicki Minaj because, well, I have to capitalize on this opportunity. It's gotta come out tomorrow. So we're gonna make this work, or today. It's coming out today. I'm filming this Thursday, so it'll be out on Friday, Pink Friday, okay? It works, all right? I'm smart, I'm a genius, and I know I just released the video, but bear with me here. You guys love me, I love you. Or at least I feel like that's our relationship. Anyways, let's discuss our look for today. Now, Nicki Minaj and Pink Friday have a legacy of looks, but my absolute favorite was when Nicki Minaj was doing alternate personalities. That's right, when she had different personas. She had Roman and she had Martha. There's all sorts of ones, but my absolute favorite was Martha from Moment for Life because that intro is so over the top and you see Nicki Minaj doing this crazy English accent, which now that I start doing it, I realize my English accent isn't very good either, so you know, I can't judge anyone. But I'm gonna recreate her look from that video. Yes, yes, yes. Or do my best to do so in a day's, you know, time frame and budget. So let's see how this turns out. Anyways, I have a wig that I got from Becky Essence Hall, better known as Becky with the split ends. She gave me this last minute. It is a blonde bob that I'm going to create a pixie cut that goes into a beehive. And you may be wondering, how are you gonna do that with just this one little wig? I'm glad you asked. I got this in Las Vegas. I paid $45 for this. Okay, anyways, I don't remember that part, but yes, it is from Pierre International Collection. And it is just a hard front wig that I bought. It is a blonde hard front, but I think it's gonna be perfect to do like, you know, a beehive with. They're not exactly the same shade of blonde, but once I start hairspraying them, it's not really gonna matter. But yeah, this one is the Reese's Wigs and More Las Vegas, but it says Pierre International on the box, so I guess we'll never know. And the wig that Becky gave me, the brand is called, it is called, it's a wig. Make no qualms about it, that is what it is. All right, let's try one of these on and we'll get started on our transformation. All right, this is our wig. Okay, yes, yes, yes. This is definitely a Becky Essence Hall wig because there's makeup stains all over it. This is our base wig that we're gonna use for the transformation. I got it last minute by, you know, doing an exchange with Becky. So we'll see, you know, what I owe her in return. I didn't really discuss that. I just kind of snatched the wig and ran. Anyways, let's get back to our video. Okay, I am back. Let's get started and start styling this wig. Now, for my own head, I'm gonna do a bit of teasing to it, not a whole lot, just enough to add a bit more level to the hair. Volume, that's the word I'm looking for, volume. A little more volume because the density of my head needs it. So we're gonna do some packing tease to it. And when I was looking at the photos and the video, the hairstyle looked like it was more of like a structured inverted bob with a beehive resting on top of it. It was very 90s inspired. Very much like almost Halle Berry and Barbz-ish, or like a beehive from the 60s, but like brought into the 90s, which was very, very chic and in at that time. It's a very early 90s kind of fashion. I thought Martha looked so cute. She had one of those like 1960s girl group kind of dresses on with like, you know, the cascade tulle going down it and the gloves and the beehive. It's very much like, you know, Martha Reeves and the Vandellas. Very much channeling that kind of tease. Girl, if you could reference a girl group, I'm already there. All right, let's do our other side and we'll do the back as well. And then we're gonna start cutting hair to create more of a structured pixie cut because it's more of a pixie than it was a bob. All right, I'm gonna tease the rest of this off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, now comes time to style our bob and create a pixie out of it. Because as I look at the reference photo, it's sort of got like a nice little tapered bang here in the front that's nice and short. So this could stay and it kind of drifts off over here and gets a little shorter in layers. It looks more reminiscent of a very short kind of butch cut. So I'm gonna cut hair, so pray for me. And with cutting synthetic hair, you don't cut it the same way you would cut like traditional hair. So you have to approach it like a completely different way. I do snips going up for small cuts. That way it can kind of mimic the texture of actual hair. If you do a straight cut like you do with actual human hair, you're not gonna get the same effect because like the hair doesn't bounce back at all and stretch. Synthetic fiber just stays the way it is. Right now she's serving like sort of a Karen haircut in the back. I wanna speak to your manager. You know, this is the hair Nicki would have worn when she was having the pickle juice speech. Okay, now we're gonna do the back as well and taper it out, cutting at an angle. And you gotta go slow with this kind of stuff because if you go too fast, you might end up cutting too much hair off and you're not gonna be able to get that back unless you take a track out entirely. Oh my God, I just realized I did this whole video without Nicki's presence watching over me. Pink Friday, the perfume. It's not the deluxe one with the white wig because, well, Amazon wouldn't give it to me. They scanned me and sent me 2 of these bastards. I have to say, I followed a lot of female rappers like in high school. And I remember the very, very infancy of Nicki Minaj, like the very rumblings of it when she was on mixtapes and she had like the black wig with the bangs and the like little pink in the back of her hair that she'd pull forward. I was just fascinated by her because like she didn't sound like anyone else I'd ever heard. Like I listened to a lot of Foxy Brown, a lot of Lil' Kim, Jackie O, Kaya, a female rap that was on offer. And when I saw Nicki Minaj, I was just enthralled with this girl. She had like a little baby doll voice and she was rapping about stuff that like, you know, we were obsessed with at that time. It wasn't your typical like, you know, I'm wearing the most expensive name brand stuff. Like she was very, very relatable in that much sense because like she was trying to broaden her appeal to like, you know, the younger crowd and the younger demographic. And it worked. I bought into it. And she had those Hot Topic jeans on with like the pink skulls all over them. And she'd wear 2 bras for some reason. And I remember when Pink Friday was like the rumblings of that was coming out and she was starting to like do way, way more like crazy looks. Like she did that Massive Attack video, which was like such a moment because she was serving so many different looks in that. And I don't think the song really performed that well because I don't think it was on Pink Friday, but I liked the song. It was definitely like a more artistic direction. Gave you an idea of like, had it performed better, where her career probably would have went in a completely different direction. And probably been like more of like an MIA kind of sound, which I'm glad she didn't because girl, I'm obsessed with Pink Friday. I remember when she would like do interviews and she talked about how she has characters that she goes into and like the interviewers would look at her like she's insane. She's like, yes, you know, I have Roman who's a gay boy and I have his mother Martha and she's British and she'd do like, you know, looking back at it, it has sort of a children's theater vibe, the accent. It's very like Mary Poppins. But I lived, okay? High school me was like, yes! And that Roman's Revenge song where she has the whole little speech as Martha at the end of it. But like, Roman, Roman! Yeah, she's definitely starting to butch up more. Love it. The tapering is helping. Girl, I lived for Roman Holiday at the Grammys and we got the full cinematic acting of Nicki Minaj as Roman. And as far as I know, I feel like it's the only time we've ever seen Roman in any kind of vignette. My favorite moments when she's like this with the microphone like, I live every single time. I mean, they were so rude to her. Everyone acted like the only person that was allowed to have an abstract or avant-garde performance was Lady Gaga. Like, they really were way unkind to her about that. That was iconic. And like, they tried to diss her in interviews too with that later on. Like, how do you feel about that performance? And she's just like, that was my best performance I've ever done. And she's not wrong. And y'all just, you know, weren't ready for it. Just goes to show, girl, you gotta own every single one of your moments. I'm actually pretty shocked at how well my hair cutting is going. I could have been in beauty school. Come on now. Yes. All right, I'm not gonna worry too much about this. Like, this can stay a mess because it's gonna get covered up anyway. What I'm actually gonna do is sort of part some hairs and make sure they fall where they need to go, but other than that, everything else can get wrapped up in our beehive. So, time to start our beehive. I'm gonna get it prepped for that and I'll be right back, but our butch cut is done. All right, I'm just parting the hair in front to create like a little blunt bang hanging down because that's how it was. Take some bubble wrap and I'm gonna plop it right here as our base for the beehive. I'm gonna take some bobbies and just start hacking it down. Take our hair piece, this full wig, and we're gonna place it on top of the head like so. And what I am going to do is I'm going to zip tie it in place. Let this wig know she ain't going nowhere. She is gonna be a Martha Zolanski beehive. Now, looking back at this purchase, I'm thinking to myself, girl, what were you doing? This wig was probably sitting there for years and years and years till you came by. I gotta see the positives in that because now I have a wig for this tutorial. So let me not beat myself about it too much. All right, now it's time to start doing our beehive. Okay, now I'm gonna take the front section first and just start little sections at a time. Similar to how I did the topper in my last video, we are just gonna add packed teasing into it, and then we're gonna mold it. Because the wiglet I chose has a curl pattern that's fairly similar to the one that was in the video. It was more just a classic wavy set that somebody, you know, blow dried and hairsprayed into place with lots of teasing, which is pretty standard for any kind of beehive and brush out. Pillowy, fluffy teasing on a roller set hair will give you the prettiest brush out as opposed to like bone straight hair where you'll get more of an 80s effect. Oh girl, this Vegas wig stinks. Ugh. How is it I have a used wig from a drag queen and the one that I bought brand new is one that smells funky? This could use something. I know, I should spray some of my magical wig spray. The Jaymes Mansfield magical wig spray from Black Phoenix Alchemy Lab. Let's just give this a spritz. Ah, now it smells just like cream soda. Available at blackphoenixalchemylab.com. And I'm focusing more on adding push down volume to create big bubble height, because if you look at the video, that wig was enormous. I'm almost certain it must have been like a cage wig that they put on top of a, you know, inverted bob. But I don't have, you know, the technology and the wherewithal to make a cage for this video, so we're gonna do our best with styling and backcombing and double stacks, which I think will give us a similar result as opposed to the cage. We'll do the cage some other time. I've been taking the Annie Hart like cage building classes, and this is not sponsored by any means. She just has a really good class. So if you want to learn how to do like cage wigs, like a Marie Antoinette kind of wig, definitely check her stuff out. Very, very insightful. Okay, I'm gonna tease out the rest of this because my arm is getting tired, okay? BRB. All right, I am back. It is all teased out up here, and girl, this is like a pillow of teasing, my gosh. Now what we're gonna do here is sort of mold with our hands and figure out the direction we want this to go. Now hers sort of swirled up at the top to create more of a traditional beehive. So it's kind of already doing that. Now we just gotta encourage the hair to go that way with our brush out. Gently brush over it. Now I have to say, on a scale from 1 to 10, this is like a 2 as far as difficulty goes. Like the hardest part was cutting the bottom hair, but honestly, you could probably just find a base wig that's already short, so you don't even have to cut it. This is a really, really easy hairstyle to execute. Let's turn her a little bit and get the other parts of it. Looking at hairstyles like this, I always think of like the Vandellas. They always had hairstyles like this, or the Marvelettes. Those girls snapped with their hairstyles back in the 60s. They had the biggest beehives. Oh, so gorgeous. So far, she's looking cute. Ugh, I love beehives. Damn it. There's a bit of a dip happening here, so I'm gonna encourage that actually. And just guide my brush along the hair. Got to be glue. It's gonna be our best friend for beehives. Girl, if they had this back in the 60s, their hair would have snapped even harder. And our ozone would be even more destroyed than it already is. All right, I am back. Now we're gonna do some blow drying to the hair to make it solid. That high heat. Turn her around and keep doing it until she is resting firm. And right now I'm just fixing up the bob to make it more tapered and more flat against the head. So it looks more like a pixie and not so much like, you know, an inverted bob. Because what I liked about the hair is like, it's very, very upfront with you about where the seams are and like where the structure of the hair is. It's like this part is flat against the head and tapered, and this is all volume. Just like makes you wonder, like, what does her hair look like if she takes it down? It's just like flat on the side and just this big, long pouty on top. Now, bear with me here, folks. I'm working on a fixed budget right now, and I have this Ice Queen crown, which has like the sparkles to it. It has sort of a fairy godmother kind of vibe to it. So it's gonna throw that here and stick her in. Now, I'm not satisfied with the way this is looking here in the front, so I'm gonna take a weft of hair, and this is about I want to say about 6 inches. I'm going to fold it in half so it's 3 and a little doubled up. I'm going to do that and I'm going to tilt that here. I'm going to pin it right here where the tiara is. I'm going to do here is take this hair that I put over and we're going to back comb it some. Then we're going to fold it on over like that. Play around with the hair. Work slowly. All right, now let's do our end and create something pretty. Because when you look at it, it had sort of a wave to it. And there's a seam right here, so I'm gonna take some of the hair from the bob and I'm gonna press that over. And that'll help disguise the bobby pins. So it's also a good reason to start with a longer wig and then cut it short rather than start with a very, very short wig, because you may not be able to use stuff like this to your advantage. And now we are truly doing finishing touches to this wig. This is how she looks. Oh my goodness, she is cute. She's like a fabulous Cinderella cut. Now I'm gonna try on the rest of my outfit and I'll be right back with the final result. Welcome back, it is I, your fairy godmother. Oh my god, this is such a good look. That's how she would do it. She always overdrawn everything like, Roman, how are you? I have to say, I slayed this concept considering I had a day to make it and a budget of like $17. I just went to a party city and found a fairy costume, and I'm pretty sure these gloves are meant for children because look at my fingers. I don't know what kind of hand situation's going on here. But I'm a fairy godmother. Yes! Remy can be an absolute drag. Thankfully I'm just gonna do it normal. Thankfully I have Manscaped. Use my code Jaymes20 or Mansfield for 20% off your purchase plus free shipping. Okay, I'm not gonna do the accent anymore. I tried. I gave it my best shot, okay? Anyways, this wig is fabulous. I feel like I am definitely channeling Nicki as Martha. It is cute. I don't know why she doesn't wear hairstyles like this. Why don't more people wear beehives on top of pixie cuts? It is a look, okay? I wanna see this hairstyle come back. And now I would like to take one final moment, a Venmo moment where I thank everyone who's tipped me on Venmo. And I understand it was kind of a short turnaround here because I literally just released the video a few days ago. So here's what we got, okay? I would like to thank Mercedes for our PayPal money, Dustin, Douglas, James, and Lisa. Thank you all so much for the tips on Venmo. Now don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, bye. Cheerio, let's go. Wash your mouth out with soap, boys. Hit the outro. Click here and watch me transform a wigs by Vanity Topper. Or see me transform a clown wig from Dollarama. Come on, click it. You know you want to. If you don't click it, I'll make a diss track about you. So click it.